Hello everyone, it's just a Dad. Today we're going to do a review on this Roborock Q10 X5. We're going to see how well it mops up these muddy paw prints and vacuums up this big mess. Okay, let's see how the Roborock Q10 X5 cleans up this big mess. All right, we got a bunch of long hairs. It's doing a pretty good job. It can also get low under furniture. And since it's got LiDAR navigation, it maps your house and it can go back and forth in straight lines. This robot can raise and lower that mop pad when it senses carpet. There it is, it raised the mop pad when it sensed that carpet. And then it can lower it back down and continue mopping. And again, it does have an onboard water tank. And it can keep that mop wet. Now, I really like the Roborock app. You can see exactly where the robot's cleaning and what it has cleaned already. I've got it on balanced suction power, but high water flow. 2 times, it's going to do 2 cleanings and a deep pattern. So that means when its pattern will be really close together because I've got a big mess in this room. Now the side brush doesn't extend into the corner, so it did leave a little bit in that corner, but it did pick up all those long hairs. Now the mop doesn't have sonic vibration. It just drags the mop pad. It is able to push it down a little bit, but it's basically using the action of scraping to mop your floor. And again, at the end of the job, you'll have to take that mop pad off and put it in the laundry yourself to clean it, and then put another one on there. We're going to check its obstacle avoidance with that little sign. So it did sense that sign, but it is getting pretty close to it. Again, it does struggle with objects that are really low to the ground. It is going to struggle with those a little bit. All right, we are getting a little bit of smearing, but it's going to go over it twice. And it's got a really tight pattern. Wow, it's doing a pretty good job. That's pretty incredible. And in the app, you can tell it to go in the direction of your floor, of your wood floor direction grain. So in the app, we did see where that it does go around that obstacle. It does not take a picture of it, but it just says that there's an obstacle there. So if you're worried about privacy, this robot does not take photos. It doesn't have a camera or a microphone in it. All right, so it's coming on the other side of this obstacle and finishing up the cleaning. So the first way was this way, then the second cleaning is going to go this way. All right, now the second cleaning is underway. Looks like it is doing the perimeter of the room on the second pass. It's an excellent cleaning machine. And I think it's doing the perimeter of the room on the second pass because I've got it on deep clean. Yeah, there's hardly anything. After this second pass, there's not going to be anything left on this floor, except for the very corners where it can't get. I also like the Roborock app. You can tell it to skip this area. So say it's in a room that's bothering you, you could just hit skip, or you could have it re-clean an area. So it's still avoiding that obstacle even on the second pass. And here it is, it's doing the second pass where those muddy paw prints were.
Cleaning has stopped. The dock.
Okay, when it's done cleaning, it's going to return to the docking station. Okay, there's the docking station. That's going to charge it.
Charging.
Okay, I'm going to be responsible now for emptying the dustbin. Again, there's the water tank.
Dustbin and water tank combo unit.
Wow, this thing did a really good job. Look at that. And then I got to take the mop pad off. There's two little buttons on the side. Wow, there's all that dirt that was on the floor. That's just held on there with Velcro. I got to take that off, put that in. I got to clean that myself now. Now let's flip it over. Let's just see how the long hairs did. All right, we don't have any long hairs here. We do have a few long hairs on the brush roller. Not bad though, just a couple. Again, it does have that comb that's going to help grab the hairs off of it. Yeah, that did a really good job. Okay, so you may have heard, I think I have some wheel noise, like a motor wheel noise. I get it was like a growl. I can't quite figure it out. It's not the mop pad. It's not vibrating because it was doing it even with that mop pad lifted. It wasn't the brush roller, I don't think. Boy, it really sounded like I may send this back just because it might be just defective from the factory. I still think this is a really good robot. Yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by it. So it's retailing for $350. It is on sale right now for $300. I would like to see it a little, to say I would like to see it cheaper. There are some robots that maybe a little more that has a self-empty base. So I got to start getting all my ducks in a row as far as price point. I do like the auto empty where it auto empties the dustbin. So this one should be a little bit cheaper. I'm in the middle of reviewing all of these. I'll come up with a spreadsheet, the price points, where they're at. This is the first look. Very, very nice. Its obstacle avoidance was actually a little bit better, I think, than definitely was better than the Q7. And you can just tell by the sensor on the front is just completely different. No cameras on these, very basic. But wow, that thing actually did a pretty good job, except for that wheel noise. That was bothering me a little bit. I did buy this with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. I will put a link to it in the show description notes, along with some other robots that I highly recommend at different price points. If you purchase the product using my link, the products don't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can give you my honest opinion on what I think of these robots. I'm not held by any manufacturer. You know, Roborock didn't reach out to me. They didn't send this to me for free. I had to buy it. Would I spend $350? I would. There's better deals when things go on sale, and this one's on sale for $300. So would I spend $300 on this? I absolutely would. If you don't mind doing a little bit of the extra work, but boy, man, a little bit more money and you can start getting into docking stations that wash the mop pads with clean water tanks, dirty water tanks. They have auto empty bins, so you can start getting into a lot less fiddle with it. Like these robots, you don't have to mess with too often. This one, you're gonna be taking that mop pad off, throwing it in the laundry, emptying the dustbin, which that's okay. This is gonna be a great user experience. That Roborock app was pretty nice, is actually really, really nice. So again, I'm doing a whole lot. I got a whole bunch of these on a cart somewhere. There's a cart. I've got the whole Q10, Q7 series coming. It's like 5 or 6 robots. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. I bought all those with my own money. I can give you my honest opinion on those. I do like Roborocks because of their great user experience. Now, not all Roborocks are a buy, and I'm coming up with a spreadsheet that I can help with pricing on all of these. That's the thing. This may be the most amazing robot in the world, but if it's twice as much as something that's just as good, then it's a no buy. And then these things are going on sale all the time. So I'm gonna try to come up with a list or something to where I can help out with this. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.